just bridging over with the social connection. Me and Josiah were in the car the other day, and I was just picking him up from school, and I had this revelation. I said, you know what? I said, it'd be a good idea, Jay. What do you think if we drove down to Jupiter and we got in contact with corporate and we spent like a few days helping to pack the boxes, right? And he's like, well, you don't even know where the warehouse is. I said, it's in Florida. He goes, yeah, but you don't know. I said, Josiah, it's a phone call. Okay. It's literally, so he was trying to avoid having to go do work, right? So he's coming up with all this stuff. I said, listen, we need to go. I really wanted to go. I still do. I'll speak to you guys about that. But I just want to come down and meet the team, the team behind the scenes and seeing what their day-to-day is like and just being a part of it, right? So if you guys don't mind, I'd love to do that. I'll speak to you guys later about it and hang out with you guys. So that was my social connection, socializing with the Live Good.
Pick Josiah. Put Josiah to work.
Oh yeah, we're going to put him to work, okay? He's a young man.
Put him to work. Yeah. He's a little athlete.
He lives now is the trash, right? He's got to pick up some boxes. All right. So today, family, I love the field, right? I love the field. I love supporting the field. I love giving the field strategy and encouragement and day-to-day things that you can do to help build your business, whether you're going to focus on the product side or whether you're going to focus on the business side. I tend to do both, right? I think if you have a good even mix, that's probably a good strategy for some of you, not all of you. But I had a team call with my group. I do it every first of the month because it's like the new month vision call, right? And so there's a key right there. I do a new month vision call with my team at the beginning of the month. And just the other day we did the call. And I went over 3 key things that I wanted them to focus on for the month of August. Number 1 was the new month, new money mindset. Okay. What is the new month, new money mindset? Number 1, what do you want to accomplish this month, right? We're talking about short-term goals here. We're not talking about 5 years down the road. This month, by the end of this month, what do you want to accomplish? Number 2, very important, what will it take for you to accomplish that? I think a lot of people underestimate what it requires to achieve certain goals. We all say, oh my goodness, diamond, 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 diamond. Oh yes, the bonus pool, we want it. We want crown diamond. But I think sometimes you have to sit down and really assess, what does it take from me? What is required from me to get there? What do I need to do different? Who do I need to grow into and become in order to achieve that? And number 3, once you realize what you want to accomplish and what it's willing to take, number 3 is, are you willing to do it? Because there are tons of things that you could do, but you won't do it. And you're not going to do it. Is it possible to hit diamond? Yes, but are you going to do it? Okay, we say every time, share. Tell people about the business, talk to people on social, talk to people wherever, however the strategy to TikTok, to Facebook, YouTube, we can give you a zillion, but some of you just will not do. Okay, so from that standpoint, you have to have that right money mindset. The second thing I talked about was planning it out. This is like at a 30,000 square foot level. Guys, I apologize. I have an MBA, right? So I think about things from a corporate perspective, even in home-based business. I do not believe ignorance on fire is a strategy. I think ignorance on fire is good. And I think that a lot of times we will see stories at previous companies, or a person that made on the stage that just randomly threw 5,000 postcards in the air, and somebody at the gas station picked it up and became their #1 earner. And now everybody is like throwing postcards in the air. Yeah. And that's the strategy. Ignorance on fire is not a strategy. Okay. So you have to really think about what you want to do. 30,000 square foot. I encourage everybody on my team that you have to have a calendar. Okay. This is what I recommend. I'm not anybody's boss, but I recommend that you have a calendar, a weekly, monthly calendar, right? I don't think you need a daily calendar. Okay. But weekly, monthly, the week you can see on one sheet. And then of course the month you can see on one sheet. Okay. And literally go on the calendar and write on every Thursday, opportunity call 8 p.m. Every Friday, right on there, right call, 12 p.m. noon. Now, that is a standing appointment. If you do not take the business seriously, then the people that you're trying to recruit or talk to won't take you seriously. So make it a habit to put the business things on the calendar. Number 2 is you want, in terms of planning it out, tracking. I've talked about this before. Tracking your growth. I encourage the group, listen, go into your back office click on the My Earnings tab, and then click on the View Rank tab, okay? That little section at the top will tell you what you need for your next achievement, right? The scale on your next achievement. Write down the number of people that you have in your team total. It tells you that. So you don't have to do any mental calculations or gymnastics. It tells you, write it down. And what I recommend that you do is what I do every morning. I'm not obsessed with it, but every morning when I sit down to work, I'll log in, I'll look at that number, I'll write that number down for the morning. That's it. I'll write it. And then tomorrow morning, write the number down. Now, if your number is the same for a week, for 2 weeks, okay, the question then is going back to the mindset. What are you willing to do? And are you doing it? All right. So the first number is your total team. And then the second number that you have to track is your production. How did you contribute to the team? I know it's easy to say, my team's not doing nothing. I'm sure we all at some point feel like nobody in our teams are doing anything. Like nobody's doing nothing. So the question is, but what are you doing? Are you the leader? Are you busting your butt? Are you doing the things that you're asking other people to do by leading from the front? Or are you sitting back thinking that everybody is supposed to go just because you're the person that got them started? So track what the whole team is doing once a day, and then track your production. If you have zero production, family, I'm telling you, it's going to be very, very difficult to try to inspire others. I know there's a story, like we've got Christopher Hopkins. He's only signed up 20 people, and he's got like 80,000 people in the organization. Listen, guys, do not leverage situations like that as a standard. That's not the standard. Right. You have to contribute to what you're doing. All right, I think I got my point. And the third thing is your marketing plan. This is the actual doing. It's more like the bullet points of what you're going to do. So A, what marketing strategy are you going to focus on? What are you going to do? I know if 1,000 people are doing TikTok, if you don't like TikTok, I don't think you should do it. Okay. If you're not good on video and it's going to hurt you more than it helps you, I don't think you should do video. If you can write better or write very witty posts and engage people, I think maybe you should go that direction. If you can write emails or things like that, maybe you should focus on that. I think focusing on your strength is going to serve you better than focusing on somebody else's strength, because the reason why that person is winning with that strategy is because they're working in their strength. So you have to do that same thing. So number one, what strategy will you focus on? Number two, when will you do that thing? So if it's going to be, I'm going to post on social media, or I'm going to do a Facebook Live, how often, when? I'm going to do it Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Don't just say I'm going to do Facebook Lives. Use your calendar, for God's sake, and write Monday, Facebook Live, Wednesday, Facebook Live, Friday, Facebook Live, and then take it even a step further. Write out the topic for the live ahead of time. So you know, I'm going to talk about mindset on Monday. I'm going to talk about team growth on Wednesday. I know I'm going to talk about my particular strategy on Friday. Write that out and run this like you're for real. And then the last thing is, of course, tracking the activity of what you're doing. So you're tracking that, yes, I did my Facebook Live. Yes, I did my social media post. Then as you move back up to step 2, which was tracking your team numbers, how is that translating? Is my activity actually producing results? And it won't be instant. Don't look at it from the last 24 hours. Don't look at it from the last week. You've got to sow a seed. The seed has got to gestate, and then it can grow. So you've got to do it. Dr. Ryan said, listen, for the first 30 days, double dose. Why? Because you got to stimulate the body first before you can even assess it on day 31. So that's the same thing. You've got to double dose. You got to do Facebook Live 6 times a week then. Amen. 6 times a week for first 30 days, and then you can maybe taper off. So if you leverage those 3 things, the mindset, the planning of it, and the marketing plan, and then you track, you measure, and you hold yourself accountable, our dear Live Good field, I think that we would grow by leaps and bounds. We're already growing by leaps and bounds, but I'm talking about your team. Your team will grow by leaps and bounds, and you'll be able to go and put the down payment on your dream property like Curry. So back over to you, Ben.